85% of black men are marrying 85% of black women. You can go to all our communities, it's black men fucking black women. That's why it's a black community. So when you say that, we're telling you these other races don't want you, and you should want them. 85% of black women. You got a vagina, black woman. So does a white woman. So does an Asian woman. So does a Mexican woman. Fucking black women. That's why it's a. You got titties, black woman. So does a Mexican woman. So does a motherfucker goddamn Asian woman. So does a white woman. These other races, the white men don't have, and Mexican men don't have, is the penises of black men. Do you see that? So we're gonna be way more desirable than you are as a black woman, due to we have something that their white man, their Asian man, and their Mexican men don't have. We can give them pleasure. You see what I mean? So in regards to it, you got to be able to understand that it's not that they don't want you, but why would they go after you when they can have their own kind that does the same thing? Them other women cannot have their own kind to do the same thing.
Because their babies die, King. They fucking fuck. They fucking fuck. And it's hard for them to have babies. It's easy for us. I can't speak for anybody's experience, but that wasn't my experience. I was around a lot of white people.
Have you seen a college basketball game? Have you seen a college basketball game or an NFL game or an NBA game? What are you talking about?
And biracial kids.
No, them all white kids. What the fuck are you talking about? The whole goddamn audience of 50,000 is nothing but white people. Like, how did you think they got there? What are we talking about? That shit sounds good until you start opening up your eyes and looking. How did all those people get in that NFL stadium and pack that bitch out till it's sold out? Cause y'all niggas ain't paying no motherfucking $100 tickets to go to no goddamn game, pay $60 in parking, then pay another $300 for food. Y'all ain't doing that shit. I'm asking you, how did all those white people get into the NCAA? How do they get into the arenas? How do they pack the Final Four? How do all those white people be inside them stadiums? It don't be y'all niggas. Y'all don't be in there. They literally are showing you how many is out there by literally having this shit. Where y'all be at? What stadium did y'all motherfucking pack out? All of these concerts is white people, not y'all niggas. I'm just saying, let's make this shit real. Let's make this shit real. You say they not producing, but at the end of the day, they still going to these colleges. They still in the motherfucking stands. They still at them NFL games. They still out here. So what you mean that they can't do this and they can't do that when they still around this motherfucker? How is they still on here?
Mario?
You see what I'm talking about? Like, it sounds good, right? A lot of shit sounds good. But then when you go and look at it, it's like, oh, I don't know about that. But I'm going to go back to her original question when she broke down, do black people, do black men like they black women? Man. I'm going to tell you something, and I need you black women to really hear this. There's not any black... Huh? What'd you say? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Black men want natural black women. It's that simple. Black men want natural black women. We didn't ask you women to get BBLs. Y'all did that shit on your own. We didn't ask you guys to get BBLs. Y'all did that shit on your own. We didn't ask you guys to put lashes on your face. You did that shit on your own. We didn't ask you guys to start wearing weave. You did that shit on your own. So when you actually think about a black man, the question is, do you black women want black men? Do you black women want black men? I mean, think about it. Why are you doing everything to not have a black man if you want black men? You do it everything to not have a black man. But then you say you want a black man. Your culture is to not have a black man as black women. You grow up wanting a husband, but you don't want to be a wife. Make that make sense.
Make that make sense.
So why okay, so let's talk about that. Why do most I'm talking about black men. So why do most of black men, our men, feel like we do not want to be wives? That all of us basically don't want to be wives.
You
What is
want
it about
a
us that's
husband
rejected?
because you don't act like a wife. Black women don't act like wives. You want a husband, but you don't want to be a wife. You have to think about what I said. You want a ring, you want a husband, but you don't want to be a wife.
Are you just speaking of the black woman that you surrounded yourself in the
No,
U.S.?
I'm speaking of the characteristics and the attributes of being a wife. You ask these we can have a conversation right now. And I can guarantee that you guys will change up based off of what I say. And everybody will change their tune. I can guarantee it. At the end of the day, black women will sit there and tell you just had a conversation about hair. You just had a conversation about hair. Like, think about that shit. To the point where it shouldn't even be a conversation. White women are not walking around here with afros. Asian and Mexican women are not walking around here with afros. You guys are walking around here putting wigs and weaves in your hair, trying to have their hair. And then you talk about they steal y'all shit.
I have another question. And this
They're not ready for this conversation. Y'all are not ready for this shit.
Yeah, but I think this is targeted towards like black women in America though, because in other places out here,
There's no other race that matters.
Particularly
So
for black
that matters
people.
except
Like,
for
I
our
feel like we
women,
shouldn't even be talking about no other race. Like, that's why I specifically pointed out the black man and the black woman. Fuck every other race, because I want to know from a black man's standpoint. So my next question is, from a black man's standpoint, a black woman, a wife, and this does not have to be just physical. I need to know the tea.
You say what now?
What makes a
She needs
black
the tea.
woman a wife? I need to know.
You
I'm
ask,
trying to
you
get
gonna
white
ask
over
us, like,
here.
you
Help
know what
me
I'm
out.
saying? Like, okay, if you was to be my wife, right? You would have to learn how to practice on keeping your thoughts to yourself, first of all. I don't need to hear every thought that you have in your brain. I'm not there for you to pour your thoughts into. I am not a bucket for you to pour all of your thoughts into. That will drive me crazy. And if I'm not going to do it to you, I don't expect you to do it to me. So if you want to be somebody's wife, learn how to preserve yourself and preserve your mouth, and learn how to stop talking and stop saying everything that you think in your head. That's one thing. Another thing is, you have to learn how to be a woman and take care of shit. Meaning that if you have to pick up something or do something, you're doing it for your family. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for you. You're doing it for your family. So therefore, it will make the job a lot easier. So now you're a wife. Now you're looked at as a family figure. Another thing is, when we're outside, you need to follow directions. Do you understand? Meaning like, babe, chill out. Hold on. Let me get that door for you. That don't mean you keep walking and grab the door and open the door. To the point is, that is my job as a man. You need to let me lead when we're outside, because there's wolves, there's thieves out here, there's predators out here, there's murderers out here, there's rapists out here. And while you with me, you need to understand that I'm here to protect you. I'm your bodyguard when we leave that house. You have a curfew as a woman, seeing that the times that we are, they're not friendly. So you need to be in the house at least by 10 o'clock. You don't need to be out there hanging with your friends 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'm a man. I can do that. I don't have nobody protecting me. I protect myself. But as a woman, you need to know that you are a trophy. You are something valuable, and you need to be put up majority of the time. You don't need to be hanging out here in front of all these people acting like you're just this motherfucking... You're not them. You're a wife now. And as a wife, you preserve yourself. You look elegant. You look sexy. You remain in your femininity. You remain in your feminine essence. When we go somewhere and it takes you to get dressed up, then you become the most elegant motherfucker in the room, to the point where you're representing me and all eyes will be on you, due to the fact that when I leave the house, I'm going to the gym, I'm getting nice, all eyes are on me. So women want me, right? But I'm with you. Men should want you if you with me. If no man wants you while you with me, then you shouldn't be with me. Because something is wrong. You either got a bonnet on, you got some curls in your hair, you wearing fake lashes, or you wearing weave, or your ass didn't know how to dress, or whatever the fuck the case may be. So if you want to be a wife, then you have to abstain to that other individual who is wifing you, standards, morality, decency, and what they expect. That's what being a wife is, if you want to be a wife. It's giving up your powers for the greater good. It's giving up your mouth for the greater good. It's giving up your vagina for the greater good. It's giving up who you are before you became a wife, a girlfriend, a fuck buddy, a dater.
Where you going?
It's giving up all of that shit to have the ultimate title of being the most supreme individual in this man's life. If you want to be a wife, you're going to have to sacrifice. That's it.
To the bag, you gotta sacrifice.
Hey, Lilith Adams, stay in the comment. Shut your fucking mouth. Stop talking to me. You would never be wife by me. So at the end of the day, this is a pointless conversation. I don't deal with women that can't focus on themselves. They always focused on me. That's how relationships fail. Focus on your fucking self, your face, your body, your titties, and all that other shit. All of that inadequate shit. You got enough time in this fucking life to focus on you instead of wasting your goddamn time focused on me. I never clicked on your profile, never looked at your timeline. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Go and find you something to do. Focus on you. That's why you niggas be out here failing all the goddamn time. Because you steady watching everybody else succeed. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, being a wife. And I know that shit sound crazy, right? But not really. When you really think about it, it's not too much hard to do. I mean, you are a woman. So everything that a woman does when it comes to femininity, that shouldn't be an issue. Just be a feminine woman, take care of your shit, and take care of your family.
So I'm going to kind of cut you off because I can only speak from me and my situation, right? I'm gonna go ahead and speak from my situation so the people on the panel can just chime in, right? So I didn't know that as a woman, well, how about this? Where I messed up at was once I had that baby, I stopped looking the way or taking care of myself. But in meantime, I felt like I was putting what was important in the household first over my beauty, my body, and how I looked. Everything else came first. And as a woman, I don't know if other women on this panel can relate. Like hearing you kind of say, take care of yourself and stuff like that. It's just as a woman, it can kind of be hard when you put that man first. But what I've also learned is that men don't kind of like it when you don't have nothing to do or when you put them completely first. It's almost like maybe a balance.
No, I never heard of a man not liking being special. You telling me if you go to the mall and you grab me something nice that I like, I'm gonna be upset? Or if you think about getting me a car, or if you think about, you know what I'm saying, if you're thinking about me, I'm gonna be upset at you? I'm not asking you.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off, King, but I want to answer this question. I'm glad that you asked this, Butterfly, because it's an important question. Why would you put the man first, right? Okay, my answer to you was because I wanted to be a wife. Huh? I know you're saying, huh? But it's like King Knowledge had basically just said it. Like, put me first. Like, basically, if you want to be a wife, like, still take care of yourself, but put what's important first, which is your household and your man and stuff like that. But go ahead, Butterfly.
Versace, how are you able to give to anybody if you aren't taking care of yourself first? I don't put anybody before me, not even my children, because I can't give my children what they need to my full capacity if I'm not operating out of full capacity.
And you can control what you put in your mouth.
You're absolutely right about that, Butterfly. I feel like me personally as an individual, I just got so caught up with just living life. And as far as physically, I was not dumping into me physically anymore. I was dumping that into like keeping the house clean, making him happy, keeping the kids clean, doing the basic stuff to survive in life. And now I'm at that point in my life where I can start focusing on me because my daughter's about to start school. So now I'm focusing on me more. And of course, things are changing. But there was a time that I was not focusing on my physical appearance.
I think as Black women, that's how we kind of get lost with making sure that we're together mentally, physically, emotionally, because we would get into relationships and we do have children and we start to put our relationship and our children above our own mental, physical, and emotional health. And we kind of get lost into that and we lose ourselves. And then we start to blame our spouse or we start to blame our children, or we're too invested in what it is that our spouses do and where they're going, who they're with, and how long it's going to be before they come back. Versus if we make sure that we're taking care of ourselves first, that issue never seems to come about.
Right.
But my question is, like I've heard this before. I heard sometimes like when a woman, like it's people are kind of crazy, and I know you shouldn't listen to other people, but some people may take it as like if the woman looks good or looks like is taking really good care of herself, they feel as if she is not putting her family first, she is putting her looks and herself first. People can be like very judgmental to that type of stuff, you know?
No, I don't know. I think you should just take care of yourself, and that's like what you put into your body. I don't think it has anything to do with like an outfit, but like what you're eating, you know, how you feel on the inside really dictates how you look on the outside and how you come off.
I mean, and there's ways to find
That's why you
balance.
can't-
That's why a lot of women.
Balance too.
But yeah, there's ways to find balance. That's why like you have a lot of women getting up at 4 or 5 a.m. to make sure that they are taking care of themselves first before they start to clean or cook or get the kids up for school. I think
No,
it's
a
really
lot
just
of
all about.
morning people because of that, you know, get that extra hour or two to themselves. Exactly. It's just about,
I feel like it's so crazy. Like, I've been in a 12-year relationship, right? I feel like when I was doing the natural thing, which means natural hair, no makeup, you know, casual wear every day, I feel like that I got less attention versus me with the wig on, me drawing a brow on, of course, very subtle makeup, not no foundation, just brows and some lipstick, and a nice outfit.
I felt like, yeah, I have a completely different.
Like people look at taking care of yourself
Completely different.
I'm so sorry.
If I'm dressed down, I get all the attention.
Yeah.
I'm dressed up, men will look, and yeah, they will approach, but more so I get hollered at gas station or, you know, just casual.
Oddly enough, when I am glam, I do not rarely get it hit on as much as I do if I'm natural.
Right.
I don't know if they're like intimidated by me, but they just won't approach me.
You can tell they like what they see.
Yeah, you can tell they like it, but they just won't approach me. But I get hit on all the time, natural. Just bare face, not even like no eyebrows.
All the time.
When I was younger, I used to dress bummy on purpose because I didn't want nobody looking at me. I didn't like the attention, and I still got all the attention.
I remember I thought that too.
I tried to be as tomboy as possible to avoid attention, and they still treated me like I was
just fucking matter. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wonder why yours was different. It could have been like where you was at too. Like the area you was in. But yeah, mine was opposite.
Or it could be the energy. I think maybe their energy is in reverse because maybe you're more open
for the attention. Relax. Nothing glam. You got it when you weren't. You didn't get what you thought you should have got, I guess.
Right. I think you presented more open that, you know, than we did. Because I know that when I'm glam, I already know, like, be intimidated. Be very intimidated. I dare you to walk up.
So I have a question to you all. Like, if you're married, from a woman's point of view, what is the secret to getting the ring?
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Allowing that man to be a man. I'll tell you that right now. If you allow him to be a man, he'll offer.
The secret to getting a ring, and I've stated it before, is femininity and neediness. You women run men away through independency. Do you understand that? No man wants to be with a so-called IENDEPENDT. Know what I mean? No man wants to be with that.
That's
Y'all
true.
run men away through
It's like they told us.
independency. Like that, yeah, that's what y'all feel like. You know, I'm independent. Yeah, for a child, not for us men. When we see y'all independent women, why would we want to be there for you? I mean, you got it, my nigga. Go ahead, do your thing. That's how y'all sound. I mean, that's how you sound.
Do you think, Knowledge, that is a man's preference? Preference. I can't say the word. Preference. That
Preference.
do you think? Yes, thank you. I couldn't say it right.
I knew what you
think
meant.
that because and I'm just talking about my situation. You know, I'll just tell y'all because I think I said it before. I've been a dependent. I haven't been on no independent woman type shit or none of that. But being
And you've been
dependent,
married for a long time.
but see, that's the thing. Being dependent didn't get me the ring. So
I thought you said you was married for a long time.
no, I've been in a long-term relationship.
Same thing in our, girl.
I'm just trying to
just
make
told
sense.
you.
I'm just
Either
trying to
that
make
or
sense
you're
about
not in
it.
our community. Oh no, I get him pretty fast by just allowing him to be a man, and I guess he is right in being somewhat of a baby and being needy and allowing him to feel.
What we feel is just like the
like a
worst.
man.
That's what they want. But we was taught not to be. That's just so, man. That independent, I always say, was like the biggest lie they taught us. But, you had to be, some of us, being single parents. Just a rock and a hard place.
So, Jamie, why do you think you said I know why I'm not married now? Why do you say that? Why do you think you're not married now? I think I missed my boat, Jamie, and I'm good with it. I'm cool with it now. About 3-4 years ago, I would cry my eyes out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm 34. I missed my boat. He don't want to marry me. Now it's like I don't even care no more. Like I don't even want to at this point. I'm scared now. It's like the older you get, the more you know. You become
You
afraid
still
of
with him?
taking chances. Yes, of course.
Oh, then, girl. You married. I mean, technically, she's not.
No, but
she's
you know how our community
Yeah.
is.
I mean, yeah.
Sadly.
I mean,
You know
I
how
don't know
like
if I'd
when
be
you're
willing
young.
to invest that many years. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go over.
So how many years
decade.
before it's a red flag or before you should let it go? Let's talk about that.
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
I
That was
say 2
complicated
years.
because I
If you
run,
courting
so
2 years,
I don't know.
No more than 2 years if you courting.
Yeah,
Let-
I agree. I would say
like,
2
look,
years.
I'm in it.
If you ain't got the ring, that's a red flag in a very men already know what they want, so
Absolutely, they know
it doesn't
exactly
take
if they
them
want to marry
long
you.
to figure it out. They know, so.
what?
And
So I
given
need
the
to go
right
ahead on and have
if
me a
that
little
woman
side
gives
piece
him
or
the
something.
space to do it sooner, he would do it sooner. The problem is, we get in our own way in a kind of way. It's probably from the independency, I'm sure, but we kind of get in our own way, and it just drags it. But men know pretty soon, like if he's into you like that or not.
I think so too.
I agree. They know if your potential for marriage, and a lot of the times I feel like if they don't make that next step for marriage, sometimes it might not even be you. It's just them. They just don't want to make that commitment.
Clock it, sis. Clock it.
That's why them conversations need to be had. And do you think meeting a man at a certain place is just like a no-no?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Flag?
You mean like at a bar or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Bar, strip club.
Yeah.
I mean, anything like that. Sex
yeah,
club.
I
I see a lot
I
of
don't.
little
I don't.
undercover spots.
Oh, it's complicated, Pretty Black. Listen, like, I don't trust nobody, okay?
I wouldn't. I just don't think I would have.
And it's just complicated.
Honestly.
I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. So
Sorry.
it's kind of hard for men to even court me because I don't trust people. So like getting me like meet me here or pull up here or let's get together and get in my car, like all that be like no thanks.
Right.
Do you all? I saw somebody posted something, and it said, "Do you all think that more women are opting out of marriage and just settling for just children, and why?"
Well, we have to
Yes, because we don't like relinquishing control. I'm going to be honest. We don't like relinquishing control, especially when children are involved. So I think, especially with the conversations that are being had in the culture we live in, we're kind of being trained that way, that, the man isn't really needed. That's something that's being trained. So I don't think it's a good thing.
Community. I don't think that's being trained in most places.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's not. It's only us. It's only us for sure.
Or maybe
Pretty
like,
Black. My
you
bad,
know,
Versace.
Just like the independent world, I feel like feels that way. Or
Yeah.
feminist, I guess we would call it.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of women feel that way. I hope not.
I think a lot of women are kind of more so trying to opt out of marriage. Maybe because it's marriage is almost just so uncertain, and it's just so much.
People to get married now, so maybe.
It's so much of just as a woman you have to give just for it just not to work out or just to get cheated on, or like basically you have to give up everything about you to cater to your husband, and it's nothing wrong with that. But at what point is it a loss? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, is it ever going to be a loss?
I totally understand what you're saying because, from my, I am so afraid of marriage. As many rings as I have had, I'm really, really, just really, really afraid because I know that as a woman, right, when you sign that contract, you are giving your life over.
What's
And
happening,
I
y'all?
don't think men
That subscribe
really
button.
look at it like that. But I know that as a woman, when I sign that contract, I'm giving my life to you.
You're combining
It's just scary. Who do you trust with your life? You know what I'm saying? That's a big fucking.
And you know what else is crazy? Like, how many married women that once they get married, they don't even like go see their family anymore because they're so just like, catering to the man. It's like you don't get to see your family because I don't know, like it's just a lot.
That'd be more so the man being controlled.
Honestly, yeah, I don't even get off into the semantics. For me, it's just about choosing a partner that's not going to give up in the same capacity that I will. Like, and then choosing and then making sure you choose a partner that's, you know what I'm saying? You're not ultimately signing your life over to the devil, right?
Right.
So it, for me, it really is like a moral type of thing. Is this person's intention with my life the same as mine would be for theirs? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, people in this day and age just throw in the towel. They give up. They want to argue. They want to bicker over little. They want to. I really be simple. I'm not much of a gossiper, so I really just want a partner that understands. You stay in your space. I'll stand mine. You do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I'll do it over here. We ain't even got to talk that much. We just understand that whatever it is there. and it ain't going nowhere.
That's been
You got it.
neutral.
You got it. I would love for
Okay.
that situation, but the world makes it so complicated.
So us
Right,
as
it's easy
us
when you get
as
older.
women,
It's the young folks
us
getting
as
divorced.
women, should we trust a man who doesn't want us to think for ourselves?
Hell no. That's a
No.
red flag from the
People say
beginning.
that out his
Ew.
mouth. Like, who would say that?
Yeah. Run.
Because
Run.
if you
to
can't
the
think
hills.
for yourself, how are you then going to raise children?
Or 1890s.
So I guess maybe I should go down into like more detail with that, right? So maybe I don't know, like you're married and he makes the decision on where y'all are going on a date to, or he makes a decision on where vacation is, or he makes a decision on I don't know, or like you don't drive. He drives you around everywhere because he's paying every bill and you're a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah,
Is that part of
personality.
controlling, or is that part of the man
It
being
depends
a
on the
husband?
personality and the way you were raised. Me
I think it
personally,
depends on the degree to what that is.
that could
that
just
is
be the way
taken.
somebody was raised. Has nothing to do with
Me,
somebody
like-
being controlling.
Me personally, with that comment, I would
I know people that are raised
let him
like that.
let him do him. Shit.
Right, he paying for
Be
it. Like,
be
what
a
the
be a,
Yeah, I
a
was about to
passenger
say that.
princess.
9
It's
times out of
fair.
10, if he's gonna take me on vacation, he's gonna pay for it.
And
I
then you
might
gotta learn how to
mention
work
things
with
that
it.
like,
I want to go
okay.
here, but
If you want to go here, work them.
I'm gonna give you my honest
Yeah.
opinion, Versace,
Right.
because I appreciate a certain level of control, right?
Me
In my
too.
partner, like not allowing me to do certain shit and kind of directing and being that head, right? I appreciate that. Now if it's overbearing to where I'm not, if it's to the point where I have no ability to speak or think, then that's a totally different dynamic. But like keeping,
mentioned,
like if
though,
he's
I
like
would-
tracking me or like God, I don't give a fuck about all that. I feel like
Isn't that
be
what,
crazy, be crazy.
Isn't that what femininity
but
is?
that
When
was-
you're with your man, you should be
I-
able
yeah,
to
me
come
too.
out of your head and just relax. Me personally, I would rather, if I'm with my man, I ain't gotta think about a damn thing. I would rather
absolutely.
not have
Right?
to.
Right?
I would rather
Yeah,
my
I
man
agree with
Yeah.
everything
do
that
this
you
and plan
said.
it out.
I want to hear it anyway.
That's
Tell me to
that's
get
you
dressed,
letting
we're
a
going
man be a
out.
man. I don't
Yeah.
look at that as being controlling at all. I feel like he's being a man and taking lead and taking control in the things that need to be done and not in a negative way.
Especially
Shit, let him
knowing
plan the
that
vacation.
our,
Let him drive
our
you
mind is
around.
always going.
I
Dealing
agree.
with kids, with the homework, business. It's a lot of things that we invest into mentally. So when I'm with my man, I want to be able to just turn that part of me off and just relax.
Okay, I have to say something. And so this is my opinion in a man and a woman's position is I feel like that women's lib shit started all this off. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even be having these type of conversations because that women's lib shit strayed men away from the responsibilities as a man that they're supposed to be doing, and women the responsibilities as a woman what we're supposed to be doing. You have women thinking that they can do everything that a man can do, which is absolutely false in my opinion. And I feel like that's why you have these men questioning women and women questioning men on their responsibilities and roles. So I feel like a man should take care of the finances and some of the fun aspects in a relationship, and the woman should take care of home, the children, and cook and clean and to a certain extent, not as no slave shit, but that's the way it's always been. That's the way in any religion it's supposed to be. So I feel like people kind of got lost in it.
Doing that. It's late.
I don't know how you guys feel.
Boxy Lover, what's your nationality?
Spanish and black.
I know you couldn't have been all black. I know it had to be something, Nick.
No, I made a mistake by talking to you.
Why is that?
I mean, that's what I'm sticking out.
Because you got sleep apnea.
Who is the guy?
Somebody got an echo.
Now I want to
Somebody has an
ask.
echo.
Did this the whole time. Fuck you, motherfuckers.
Dragon Master.
I got you.
Okay, three. I asked King this question. What makes a woman a wife? Black woman.
Give me the hawk. You got to mute Dragon Master.
All right, hold on.
Okay, so you're not
You
gonna
gonna
answer it?
respond, B?
If she talking exclusively about a black woman, I'm sorry, but I can't answer that question.
Okay, so women as a
You
whole.
ain't shit.
Women as a whole. Throw us all in there. Throw us all in the gumbo. Oh, every woman, every ethnicity, all of us.
No, don't throw me in there. Yeah, don't throw me in
Give me a minute, I
there.
gotta do some
Don't throw me the fuck in there. But you just had to come in and kill it. Look at you. And ain't barely even said sitting is dead already.
Nah, my fault. I mean, Box 11, she said some sexy shit. I mean, I was just aroused by the way that she was just describing how a relationship should go. I mean, if she ain't married, I don't understand why.
But we're asking you for your opinion as a man on a wife.
I think you just explained it for me. I don't think I need to add anything to it. I think you had the most perfect explanation that I could come up with. So, yeah, that's it. You got it.
That mean he don't know what was said.
Pretty much.
I know exactly what was said.
She just shooting his shot.
She talked about how a woman takes care of the household and tends to the children and doesn't declare her independence and let the kids suffer from Dragon Master. You gotta exit out. And then you gotta come
She
back.
didn't say anything that nobody else was on the panel saying to be. We were all in agreement. We were all just giving our own personal spins on the same
but you don't really
agreements
live
that
like that.
let
You don't
him
live
be.
like that, Barb. We know what you do to niggas. Like, you just agreeing with
What
her,
I do?
but in
What I
your
do?
real
I
life,
didn't
that
disagree.
ain't really how you live.
B, like that's what I said. You come in and it's already dead. Nobody disagree with her. Catch up. Catch up.
I said you agreed with her, but that's not really how you live. That's not really how you are.
Okay, break it down for me, B. Break it down. Okay. That's kind of what I assumed.
All right, don't make this conversation about bars. Don't do it.
Oh, it's what people love to do. I don't mind. It's happened my whole life.
Okay, so
Talk
let's
shit,
look
but
it
I
up a
have a
little bit.
problem with somebody else talking shit.
Let's
Hold
switch it
on,
up.
I had to
Let's
get some
switch
tea.
it up a little bit, y'all. So now since us ladies been doing a lot of talking, and since number 3 don't know, to the
Don't
ladies
know what,
on the
baby? Hold
panel.
on, wait a minute. Don't play me like that.
Yeah, got your ass.
Right.
You know, I got 7 kids over here. You know what I'm saying? Wife is at work for a little bit. Oh, shut
You
up.
got 8 kids over there.
No, I actually, one of them is with their mother, so I got 7. Count. Thank you very much.
So let's switch it up, y'all.
video right now. He's trying to take video now. Don't steal mine.
I am not.
Let you be.
No.
I don't think it's a married woman on this panel.
I would
I don't know how
proudly,
they gonna answer this
but
question.
sadly say I'm not.
Have you ever been married, Fifi?
No, because she gonna need more than just to die for me to become
No,
my wife.
I didn't need all that.
I'm
I
gonna
just,
get a
I
little
just
bit.
Well,
asked
that's
the
not a
question,
woman's
have you
role.
ever been
So
married? You
I wouldn't
got all
expect that,
these
B.
kids and you didn't make
I
none
would
of your
hope
baby
not
moms?
anyway.
Or what?
Okay.
Why
So
not?
I'm gonna speak for myself.
Wait a minute, I just asked him a question real quick.
Okay.
Well, it's
Big
not
B?
that I've never been with a woman that wasn't worthy enough to be married. At that point in time, I was living as a man, but still acting as a boy. So I wasn't married, and I still do have a little religion, so I take marriage as a serious commitment, and I knew I wasn't really fully ready to make that commitment, so I never got married. And by the time I got ready to get married, she was already tired of my shit.
And that goes back to the